Todd. So, continuing talking about then and now, I was thinking we could switch to talking about just life in general.
Sounds good.
So, my first question for you is, are movies today more interesting than before?
Well, I'm going to sound like an old guy, but I would say no, movies are not more interesting today. Movies were much better 20, 30 years ago. The stories were better. They were more interesting. These days, movies just have too much special effects, and there's too many movies about superheroes. I hate movies about superheroes. So, yeah, I think movies used to be more interesting. What do you think?
I have the opposite opinion of you. I think movies today are more interesting than before. Maybe I'm too used to a lot of special effects. So when I watch some older movies, the story might be interesting, but I get a little bored watching it. And actually, I love superhero movies. So
Oh, really?
I would say that, yes, any superhero movies, Spider-Man or Batman especially is my favorite. So those movies for me are more interesting than in the past.
Okay. Well, we're talking about comparatives, so
Right.
who's cooler, Batman or Spider-Man?
Oh, Batman,
Yeah.
hands down.
I'm sorry, I think Spider-Man's really lame. I've never liked Spider-Man.
He kind of whines a lot.
He looks like a kid in his pajamas.
He is a kid in his pajamas.
Maybe that's
Whereas Batman has a lot of skills that he's developed himself. So
True. Okay, well, how about Batman? So you like, who was better?
who's the best Batman?
Yeah,
Who's the better
Well, I'd
Batman?
say who was better?
Right.
Who was the last one? It was
Well, the most recent Batman was Ben Affleck,
yeah.
but I didn't watch that one.
Oh, okay.
So before that, there was Christian Bale.
Oh, that's right.
So without having seen Ben Affleck, I would still say that Christian Bale was a better Batman.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, so let's talk about other things. How about the news? With news, are you more knowledgeable these days than before, say 5, 10 years ago?
Actually, I think I am less knowledgeable than before. There's a lot of news out there, and it's easy to access the news, but there's so much news coming from so many sources. I'm not sure which news source is more trustworthy. So I think it's more difficult now to find the correct news or the true news. What do you think?
I agree. Sadly, I think I'm less knowledgeable because before I would read the newspaper, or I would read magazine articles, or I would listen to better news stories on the news. These days, I just look at a Facebook headline
Yeah,
and I don't even read the article.
yeah.
So I don't even know what's going on sometimes, which is terrible for a man my age.
Terrible for anyone, I think.
Yeah, I think it's because I think the news was more honest than before, than now. I'm sorry. I think the news is less honest these days. It used to be more honest.
Yeah.
I just don't trust the news anymore.
Yeah, I don't really trust it either.
Yeah, less trustworthy.
So, along those lines, would you say social media makes life better or worse for people?
I think it's both. Like I think it's 2 points better, 3 points worse. So it's a negative. It's better because you can keep track with so many family members, especially if you're far away.
Right.
So I like how it connects people. But yeah, it just makes people sad sometimes, or it makes them frustrated about their life, maybe.
Right.
So yeah, I don't think it makes life better. But
Yeah.
I'm an old guy, so.
No, I think it's true. I think there are scientific studies to show that because of social media, people compare themselves too much. So it's quite appropriate that we're talking about comparison, because people will see other people's lives on social media that look quite good, and they will compare themselves and feel bad about themselves. So for some people, I think it has made it worse. But like you, I agree that some points are better, like seeing pictures from my family.
Yeah, so true. Hey Meg, so I thought we would talk about then and now, the present and the past.
Sounds good.
So it's very easy to compare things now. And sometimes people think things were better in the past or things were worse in the past. So let's see what you think.
All
First
right.
one is, are you happier now than you were last year?
Am I happier now? I think I'm about the same happiness level. So last year, I was happy with my job and my family and my friends, and this year I'm still happy. What about you? Are you happier now than last year?
I am happier because last year I was still in college, in graduate school, and I finished.
Congratulations.
Yes, and I have more free time now, and because of that, I'm happier this year. Less stress.
Less stress always makes us happier.
Okay, so the next one is, do you think you are healthier these days than you were before, say 10 years ago?
Actually, no. I think I am not healthier than I was about 10 years ago. Lately, I've been so busy that I haven't been taking enough time to exercise or cook healthy food. So I'd say I was probably healthier 10 years ago. What about yourself? Are you healthier now or before?
I think I'm healthier actually, even though I'm a little fatter than I was 10 years ago. I drink less and I eat more vegetables. I eat less fast food. I think I get more sleep and I feel less stressed. So I think I am a little bit healthier than I was 10 years ago.
Yeah, that
But
definitely sounds healthier.
I'm older, so that's.
Right. Well, older and healthier.
Right. Okay, so how about stress? Are you more stressed now than you were 5 years ago?
That's a hard question. Probably I'm about the same. So I wouldn't say that I'm more stressed now, but 5 years ago I was finishing my master's degree. So that was also a stressful time. And lately I've been quite busy. So I'm probably at the same stress level as 5 years ago. What about yourself? Are you more stressed now?
I think I'm less stressed now, actually, because now I worry less than I did before. So before I was more stressed because I worried about everything,
Yeah,
and now I've learned to let it go. I let things go. I don't let them bother me.
that sounds like a good policy.
Yeah.
So you think that you're less worried now, but what about your future? Are you more worried about your future than before?
Ooh, you know what? Yeah, I think I am more worried about my future now because I'm older, so I'm more worried about money. I'm more worried about what I'll be doing in 10 years, job security, things like that.
Right.
So, yeah, sadly, I am a little bit more worried about that.
There's a lot more to think about.
Yeah, so, but I'm less worried about my life day to day, everything happening around me. So, I guess that's why I feel less worried than I was, let's say, 5 years ago.
Right.
How about you? Are you more worried about your future these days?
I don't think so. I have a good job and I like where I live, so I don't feel too worried about what I'll be doing next year or in 5 years, but probably I should plan ahead a bit more. So maybe I should be a little more worried, but I feel okay about the future.
Well, that's a very healthy attitude to have.
Yeah, it helps with the stress level as well.
So, Katie, you are from England, correct?
That's right.
Are you from a big town?
I'm from a very small town.
Oh, what's the name?
It's in the southwest. It's called Torquay.
Torquay. Okay. Is it a fun place to live?
I think so. It's very famous in the UK because we have lots of beautiful beaches.
Oh, that's nice. So, in your town, where is a good place to go food shopping?
There are a lot of supermarkets that you can go to. Most of them you need to go by car.
Oh, that's a problem.
It's difficult to walk to a close supermarket. But I'm lucky because there's one very close to my house that I can go to.
Okay. And can you recommend a good restaurant in your town? Where's a good place to eat dinner?
There are lots of amazing restaurants along the seafront. So you can sit in a restaurant and you can look at the beach at the same time.
Oh, that's nice. How romantic.
It's beautiful.
Is it expensive?
It depends what restaurant you go to. If you go to an Italian restaurant, that's going to be expensive.
What kind of foods do they have?
They have all kinds of foods, but the most popular food in my hometown is Italian food and Chinese food.
Okay. No British food?
Not really.
It's okay. We don't have American food either, except hamburgers.
They're good, though.
Yeah. In your town, where's a good place to exercise?
It depends on what kind of exercise you like, but we have lots of parks, and people are always playing football in the parks.
So is there a big park in the middle of town?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is it easy to get to?
It's pretty easy to get to. Most people can walk there.
So that brings us to nature.
Mm-hmm.
Where's a good place to see nature?
Well, you can see beautiful beaches wherever you look. There are so many beautiful beaches in Turkey. But there are also lots of beautiful gardens. And you can see lots of flowers.
Okay.
It's
nice.
very nice, yeah.
Oh, that is nice. So are there walking trails on the beach?
Mm-hmm. And in the gardens, too, there are walking paths that you can take. And you can go in the mountains.
Ooh, beautiful.
And see stuff there, too.
That's lovely. So in your town, where is a good place to meet people?
Well, I keep saying the beach, but lots of people from all over the UK come to Turkey to see the beach, so you can meet lots of different people. People come for their holidays.
Okay, so you can meet new people.
Lots of new people, yeah.
That's cool.
You can make lots of new friends.
Now, what about a quiet place? Where's a good place to study or read or just relax?
Well, we have lots of cafes that you can go to if you want to just have a quiet moment or just to read some books. You can go to a cafe.
Okay. And are the cafes easy to find?
They're very easy to find. And we have lots of famous cafe brands as well.
Okay. Are the cafes on the beach too?
No, they're in the town center. But the town center is very close to the beach.
Okay. Now, when is a good time to visit your town? So
Well,
you say the beach, so summer?
Yeah, I would say summer is a good time. But in England, there is not usually a good time because it's raining almost every day. But if you want to go to the beach, probably summer is a good time.
Okay. What about the fall?
I mean, the fall is okay. Winter is good. Lots of people go swimming on Christmas Day.
Well, I definitely want to go there.
Yes, it's a lovely place.